Think of the smell of rain on hot pavement, or an old book. You're not just recalling a scent, you are being transported. Your brain isn't just a passive recorder, it's an aggressive editor, and it uses a bright yellow highlighter. This highlighting chemical, norepinephrine, is released during moments of high emotion, surprise, or focus. It essentially screams at the hippocampus, your brain's memory formation center, "This one matters, save it." An ordinary Tuesday is deleted, but the day your dog ran into a glass door is saved forever. This emotional tag is why you can remember the exact layout of your childhood bedroom, but not what you had for lunch last Wednesday. The information is treated differently from the moment of encoding. The amygdala, your emotional processing hub, works in tandem with the hippocampus. When an event is emotionally charged, the amygdala strengthens the neural connections being formed, essentially burning the memory into the network with greater permanence. This is why the most vivid stories, the ones that stick, aren't just sequences of events, they are chains of feelings. But where does the brain store the structure of a memory? The beginning, middle, and end? For that, it uses a system originally designed for something else entirely: getting around. The hippocampus contains place cells, neurons that fire in specific locations as you move through an environment. Together with grid cells in the entorhinal cortex, they create a cognitive map of your surroundings. This is your internal GPS, the reason you can navigate your house in complete darkness. It's a spatial system. Here's the strange part. Your brain uses this exact same spatial mapping system to organize abstract information. When you follow a story, your brain treats the plot points like locations on a map. Rising action isn't just a metaphor. Your brain processes it as a form of upward movement. This is why the ancient method of loci, or memory palace, is so effective. By placing concepts you want to remember into a familiar mental space, you're hacking the brain's native filing system. An unforgettable story isn't just told to you, it's a place you are guided through. Your brain is fundamentally a prediction machine. It constantly builds models of the world and guesses what will happen next. Most of the time, it's right, and you don't even notice. A memorable story exploits this. It sets up a pattern, a predictable rhythm, which lulls your brain's prediction engine into a state of comfort. Then it breaks the pattern. This violation of expectation triggers a powerful neurological response. It's not just surprise, it's a cognitive error signal that forces your brain to pay attention and update its model of the story's world. Psychologists call this a schema violation. A schema is your mental template for how things are supposed to work. A dog barks, a hero wins, gravity pulls things down. Stories that stick with us often present information that fits just enough of our schema to be understood, but violates it in a key way. The twist ending of a movie, for example, forces a complete and sudden revision of your entire schema for that narrative. The mental effort required to rebuild that model is another form of that norepinephrine highlighter, tagging the story for long-term storage. It's cognitive exercise. Why would our brains be wired this way? From an evolutionary perspective, stories are not entertainment, they are simulators. A story about a foolish hunter allows you to experience the fatal mistake of startling a saber-toothed cat without actually getting eaten. It's a low-cost way to gain high-cost experience. The emotional tags and schema violations are features, not bugs. They ensure that the most crucial survival lessons, the unexpected dangers, the surprising solutions, are the stickiest. Ultimately, a memory is not a recording. Every time you recall a story, you are not playing a file. You are rebuilding it. The hippocampus retrieves the core components, the emotional tags, the spatial plot points, and your prefrontal cortex reassembles them. Tiny errors and new interpretations are introduced with every telling. The story lives and evolves inside you. So an unforgettable story is not a static object you possess. It is a place you continue to build, a map you continue to redraw every time you remember it.
Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.